Hello and welcome to Born Suckers Elliott Wave analysis of crude oil. Going on today here, looks like Friday's close may have finished wave 2. This is I had called it a minute wave of a larger primary wave, I believe. Minor, sorry, way out to lunch here on that one. Just looking at the price action here lately from what appeared to be a low and a complete retracement down into 85.77 in there, that neighborhood. We saw wave 1 go up quite chaotically, and I'll just count that out here for you, because that's what I like to do. Well, first I'll fib it out for you. Okay, trend-based fib extension. So I'm just going to eyeball it here. Of course, you can always enter in the coordinates, and I'll demonstrate to you how that this here looks to be about wave 1 right here. This peak, and keep in mind, folks, this is the 15-minute chart. And for some reason, on weekends, investing.com charts do not show the numbers of the wave extensions here. So what I'll do is I'll just color this up so it looks nice and pretty. And that looks to be close to wave 3 right here at the 1.618 extension level, somewhere in that neighborhood. So this here was wave 1 right up into here, and this right here was the low. Okay, just make it a little bit bigger for you to see. That was the low A, B, C. And from there, I'm just going to count. This is going to give us the high of wave, this will give us the proximate area of wave 3, not wave 5. But as we can see, this is also, because it's leading the first wave of, or after the reversal rather, it is a diagonal. It's going to look something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, as wave 4 goes into the price territory of wave 1. That what leads me to believe that, or wants to call this, a diagonal. That was a minor, so we're going to call this a minute. That's a minute wave there. And of course, your ABC correction, quite defined. Now, they don't make this easy for you going forward. I'm just going to take this over here and drag it, just so that we can identify again wave 1. The first wave 1. This, of course, is the whole minute wave 1 of wave 3, is what I've guessed it out to be. This is what I'm calling it anyway. And here we go with wave 1, what looks to be wave 1. And wave 3 seems to have touched right in this area here. We're going to count it out. Or this here could be very well be wave 3. And the rest of this is wave 5. So, again, we're going to count that out. It's very fast moving wave 1 and a very short retrace of wave 2. If this was wave 3, this would be 4, and this would be 5. Okay. That's a minute wave. So this cannot be a minute wave. It has to be 1 degree shorter, a minuet, or minute. I guess minute is spelled differently. I think it's a minuet. So, yeah, this is the 15-minute chart. And it looks to have bounced off my 800 moving average here that I've put here. I'm just going to make it a little more pronounced. 800 moving average on the 15-minute chart, moving around like that. That looks to be the end of the wave down. So let us call that, this here would be the retrace. See, we'll just change the color. We got something else going on. Change it to green, right? I don't know if you can see that real well or not. Close enough, good enough. So what I expect here on a much closer, we go into the 1 minute. Just want to identify this properly. And the smaller the time frame, the easier these moves are to identify. Ideally, the 2 minute, I just don't know how to get the 2 minute on investing.com's charts here. So here was C. This is what we determined to be C. Again, this looks to be like another wave 5 ending diagonal. So as we come down into here, finish up here, 1, 2, or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So this would be an ABC, it looks like. ABC, 4, wave 4. So this is actually an impulse wave down 5, 1, 2, 3, somewhere in here. 3 right here. Looks like that's it. 3, 4, 4 here, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, somewhere like that. It's so tiny. So 1, 2, 3. Let's just fib it out. Get the extension, 3-point extension tool out, and look at that. That's 3 into the 2.618 extension. Okay. And I just eyeballed that. I didn't put the coordinates in like you can do. You know, it's a little time consuming. Takes a little more patience. Takes the low here, which will be written up over here. Just put the line on the candle, find the low. 91.10, pretty close, just off by a penny. And the high of this wave here is 91.67. Again, off just by a penny. I'm pretty good at this, aren't I? Down at the bottom here, low 91.23 and on the money. So yes, we just pierced the 2.618 of wave 3. So I'm going to mark that up on a very minute, I'll change it later. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this looks to be 5 over here. A big, long wave 3 generally in perfect conditions, or textbook example, is going to always be the longest wave of the 3 impulse waves, 1, 3, and 5. However, that is not always the case. In this case, wave 1, especially when we're dealing with heavily manipulated commodities like oil or gas, Henry Hub or WTI oil, or even Brent crude or anything like that, we're going to see these mix and match a lot of the times. And wave 4 is going to quite often come in lower time frames, come into the price territory of wave 1, which is acceptable on the lower time frames. However, on the large ones, not so much. So if you want, just give this a practice here. This was wave 3. I showed you how that was done. We're on the 1 minute time frame. Also, I'd like you to come and take a look into my Discord. Currently, we're just going over natural gas at the moment. And we will be going into covering oil on a play-by-play basis, but I just need to get a few more people in there and somebody to actually cover the oil. If you'd like to come check that out in my Discord community, the link is below in the description box below. So anyway, back to this A, B, C. This looks to be wave 4 over here somewhere, even though it did not come below the low of wave one, wave A. So A, B, A, B, C, B. This can be a little bit tricky sometimes if you're not scrutinizing it properly. A, B, C, right? Maybe get a bit different. I don't know. Maybe that's good enough. I think it's good enough. Good enough for the girls I go out with. And then we're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like wave 5 is not complete. It's going to be somewhere over in this neighborhood here, which is going to give us, it could very well be up over here at 98.31, something like that. Because this looks to be wave 4 right here. If I was to break that up a little bit better, this is of course on a smaller time frame. So 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, 4. I imagine it's down here someplace. So we got A, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending diagonal, and then wave 5 up here somewhere is like that. That's kind of how I see it. We can always adjust it later at the end, but you just want to be able to get the idea when to go long, when to go short, when to stay out, when to move sideways like that. That's what I see there. Going forward, I just want to change, make sure it's not completely visible on every time frame. Makes the charts look really ugly. Oh, did I change that? Yeah, I did. Yeah, we can go to the hourly. Let's have a look, see what it looks like. Change this back to the 5 minute, or the 15 minute rather. So that's what and look, wave 1, well, this is going to be wave 1. If you look at the larger time frame here, what I've got, I'll just make it visible. Oh, and it is visible. Well, then where is it? Investing.com's charts don't necessarily. Oh, here we go. ABC, right on down in there. And of course, 3 is way up there. It's not always perfect the way investing.com. Okay, so this green one, I'd like to just make it available in the 5 minute, and that's about it. Otherwise, it gets too busy. Oops. So yeah, what I forecast here, we are going to be in a very profitable and rising wave 3, moving on up into this price territory. Could terminate at the 4.618 or even higher. We'll just have to see. We do have wave 2 looks to be complete. Nice, looks to be a doji here, long-legged doji on the daily. Rather that is the daily, not the hourly. And this video is already into 13 minutes, but you get the idea. I don't do these ones that often. I don't do oil all that often yet. I haven't been very active. I'm just starting the channel, so I'd like to see some people come in. And I think it does look on the 1 hour to be a head and shoulders. However, it will quickly become invalid, as I suspect this is going to go up from here on. And it is giving retailers and, even some seasoned investors a taste of a head and shoulders right side going to come down below below the 200, the rising 200 moving average, and possibly complete a head and shoulders, which probably not likely to happen. It's probably going to go up from this point forward. So anyway, if you'd like to join my Discord community, information is in the description box below, and wishing you a profitable week going into the future. Thank you and enjoy. Bye now.